let's talk about coming in town, or if you already live here, making time and plans to go ahead and look at some properties in person. I always feel like that is obviously the best option if you're able to do it, but if you're looking to purchase, let's say, remotely, I have a video for that as well that I'm going to talk you through how that can be achieved. So you want to look at some properties, that's fantastic. Let's assume that you're coming from outside of our area and you want to visit and start taking a look. Now, my best advice is to give yourself adequate time to get to know the area if you're unfamiliar with our area, and also to drive around some of the areas that you may be interested in purchasing, or you've seen pictures online or certain properties online. Get yourself kind of acclimated, and then giving us adequate time to actually view those properties. What is very challenging is when a buyer says, I'm coming in town for 48 hours. And it's not even a full 2 days. It's like, I'm traveling, we can see properties from this time to this time. Well, you're really, if that's all the time that you have, we're gonna make that work. But honestly, that's really not the best way to view properties. You want to give yourself a good solid 3 or 4 days. Doesn't mean we're going to be out looking at properties every day together, but it does mean that you'll kind of get to drive around yourself and get a feeling for things as well. Please understand too, when you're looking to view these properties, not all of them are going to be immediately accessible. So if it's an investment property, like a condo out on the beach, if it is rented with guests, we cannot get into that property. 99% of the time, you cannot get access if there's a guest in place. So if you're here for 2 or 3 days and the guests check out during that time that you're still here, then we can always pop back over there and check that one out. And also, if you're coming at a really busy time for us, which is obviously our summer months for investment properties, keep in mind that traditionally the only day we'll be able to show properties is on Saturday, which is what they call the turn day. That's when guests are checking out, new guests are checking in. Most people rent on a week-to-week basis during those hot season dates. Also keep in mind too that if you want to see, 8 or 10 properties, we probably aren't going to do that in one day. We're going to want to break that up into a couple of days, because after seeing about 5 or 6 properties, it gets a little overwhelming and you'll start really forgetting what you've seen, and it gets very confusing. So we have a couple of days to really get in there and take a look. Now, a couple of years ago, you could have seen them all in a couple hours because they would go under contract so fast. But now, with more choices on the market, staying on the market longer, you're going to have the ability to see a lot more properties than you would have ever been able to see in the past 2 years. So allowing yourself adequate time. I'm going to have all the materials printed for you. I will have already done the research behind the scenes as to pricing, or if investment property, rental history, HOA fees, all kinds of information that's going to be at your fingertips. And then you'll be able to take some additional notes. So that is my suggestion on viewing property in person. Give yourself adequate time so you can truly digest everything that you want to see and not feel rushed into making a decision. I'm here for you, and I'll make sure that I make that process as smooth as possible. Thanks so much for watching. The next video is going to be on purchasing virtually if you're interested in that route. And if you're seeing me on YouTube, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. I'd really appreciate the support. If you have any questions about purchasing in our area, all my contact information is on the next screen. Thanks so much and have a great day. Bye.